Today we are going to learn about all the different aspects of fashion design industry from an international designer. So we have Ms. Surbhi Jain, who is based in Poland, and she's working there as a designer with a brand. So she's going to take us through what does different segments of fashion industry means.
To answer your question, I need to explain to you what a merchandiser is actually. Once a product is selected and an order is placed on a garment, all the extra things which goes into a garment, say labels, fitting modules, ordering the fabrics, ordering the trims, getting the approvals from the buyers, all the in-between processes which are after a garment is confirmed and before a production starts is taken care of by a merchandiser. Sometimes in that duties it also involves supposedly I got a brief and I made a really beautiful looking garment in silk perhaps, and it's costing to be some $25 or $30, but my buyer can only pay say $8. What to do? So a merchandiser at that time negotiates the price with the retailer or the brand with whom we are talking about placing the order, or suggest ways to make it cheaper. But sometimes such a huge change cannot be just explained by a merchandiser. You need to have a designer's critical eye and the ability to understand, does this garment needs to remain in silk, or can I just change the fabric and make it cheaper? Or is it a maxi length? Maybe I should just reduce the length, give that option to my buyer so that they have another maybe some more margin to negotiate with the end retailer. So sometimes these kind of decisions cannot be taken by merchandiser alone. So a designer input is required to guide the merchandiser that maybe this is the solution to get the price right, or you're not getting this fabric in the market, maybe this is a nice substitute fabric for this, or maybe this embroidery technique is totally hand done, maybe we should convert it to computer embroidery or find another technical way of doing this. So it's in a way the jobs which a merchandiser should do has to be taken care of by the designer, because the need is such, because
There's overlap.
There's an overlap, definitely. When you design a product, you know more about your product. You know why you made a certain product. You know maybe so and so catwalk or so and so designer is going to be really big this time. So maybe we should, oh, Gucci is not in this year, Versace is doing a better collection, so let me target Versace. But a merchandiser or somebody who's not involved in the design process would not know that, who's not followed the seasons, who's not followed the catwalk images, would not have any idea what you've used as an inspiration, why you have created this, and why should you present this garment to a particular buyer who would probably be able to carry that look in their own brand. So a designer is needed to make presentations where he knows that if I am working with 5 different brands and I have say 5 different product ideas, which product idea has to be presented to which buyer in what way? What suggestions can be given if I am maybe working with a very value retailer like say Primark, and I am making something which would work probably for a Topshop or a River Island, then how to present the same concept in a way where a Primark would be able to afford it, or a River Island or a Topshop would be able to understand the exclusivity of it, because the trends and the ideas remain constant. Each brand would try to portray that same trend in their own handwriting, in their own way, in their own price margins. So a designer is needed to market the product, to market the correct product to the correct retailer, to the correct end customer basically.
And I hope all the viewers, if you are a design enthusiast, this video was able to create a level of clarity in your head. And if you want to have more clarity, kindly subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.